Ashlee's here with a warm-up on this Monday.
Yes, and so we are finally welcoming back the 80s, and we'll hold on to them for at least a few days before cold front sweeps through. High pressure to our south, keeping things dry for now, but instead of those crystal clear blue skies, well, we're tracking some smoke coming in from Canada aloft, and so this is wildfire smoke bringing us that milky, hazy sunshine across the area. You see moderate levels of smoke here across a good portion of the region, and you can see it distinctly here with our Belleville camera. So you have that little bit of color because the sun is behind what you would expect to be clouds, but those are not clouds. That would be smoke because high pressure has cleared out any cloud cover. So a little bit of color reflecting off of the lake. 49 degrees over at Metro Airport, 39 in Ann Arbor, 43 in Howell, and 36 in Port Huron, with light to calm winds across the board. And so pretty pleasant, cool start to the day, but we're cranking up the heat a bit. We'll be right around 80 for that afternoon high, and we will have that filtered sunshine throughout the day because of the smoke that we're holding on to. Now, once that cold front sweeps through and the rain comes through midweek, that's going to push out any of that wildfire smoke trapped aloft. But tomorrow remains dry. It's Wednesday that we're tracking that front that arrives into the afternoon. So that'll bring a few spotty showers across the area, probably between 1 and 2. And when I say the area, we're talking to our north and to the northwest. Better chance later on the afternoon and evening where we have that marginal risk for strong to severe storms. Damaging wind gusts and hail would be the primary threats right now with the storms that could develop later on Wednesday. So here's a broader view of what we're tracking. That line pushing through. Now, by the time we get to about 7, 8 o'clock, I think that's when we have a better chance for some of those storms firing off. But we will be getting more high resolution data to come in to really pinpoint that for you. Now, we could have some minor little lingering showers Thursday, relatively dry until we get to Friday. And even before daybreak, we might have some heavier showers rolling in, and we'll have a chance for additional showers and storms throughout the day on Friday. So the first half of the week is really the better part because we're cranking up the temperatures in the 80s if you're looking to hit the water, whether it's lakes, pools across the area, mid to upper 80s through Wednesday. Then those storms come Wednesday afternoon start a more unsettled pattern for the second part of the week, falling to those seasonal upper 70s by the time we get to Thursday. Then we enter a pretty seasonal stretch, so Climate Prediction Center keeping us close to average as we get into the middle part of the month. And you can already start to see that transition by the later part of the week. So 80s through Wednesday, upper 70s for your Thursday, Friday, and we still hold on to those upper 70s for your Saturday and Sunday. So seasonal weekend ahead with a mix of sun and clouds.
Now, forewarned weather with Exact Track 4D.
It is nice to see that no matter where Kim goes, she still sets the place on fire.
Definitely now that we're in June, it's fair to ask for 80-degree temperatures and get it.
Yeah, I mean, seasonal right now, upper 70s, just shy of 80s. So, I mean, talking 80s is not, out of the picture here.
Excellent.
But the switch from this morning, man, from
I know. It's chilly.
I know, that's huge.
A long way to go on the thermometer.
That's right, but we're going to do it as we will have those warmer conditions building in. But you've probably noticed as you take a look outside, it almost appears cloudy, a little milky. We don't have the cloud cover. High pressure to our south has pushed that out of here. It's wildfire smoke that's creating that haze this morning. And even through the haze, though, that sun will be warming us up for today. So satellite and radar showing not a whole lot across the Great Lakes. You have to get behind that low pressure system in the northern plains to find some showers. Now, we will start to see that cold front sink into the region by the middle of the week. But in the meantime, with the drier conditions, we're likely going to hold on to this moderate smoke across the region. And so that's giving us that filtered sunshine. So as you look outside, it almost looks like it's a gray day with our Belleville camera, but that's just going to be the smoke in the upper atmosphere. 50 degrees right now at Metro Airport, so not that far off from Belleville, but you travel towards Ann Arbor, 36. So 47 in Howell and 41 in Port Huron with very light winds out there, if not just calm. And so your forecast planner for today, plan for a light west-southwesterly breeze and the hazy sunshine, so it'll look filtered. 80 for the afternoon high, so we'll be cranking up those temperatures. Tracking shower chances. Tomorrow's another dry one and will be even warmer, but then as we really crank up the heat Wednesday, that clashes with this cold front. Let me take the front off the map to show you a couple little spotty showers that develop ahead of more of that line. So there will be a chance for a few scattered showers in the area by early to mid-afternoon, but I think really late afternoon and evening is when we have more of the marginal chance for strong to severe storms to develop. And that marginal risk, level 1, comes out from the Storm Prediction Center, draping all of southeastern Michigan. Broader view shows you that line with that front. So you'll see how we definitely have a better chance of more moderate to heavy rain after about 7 o'clock in the evening, and then that will sink farther southeast. Once we get to Thursday, maybe a lingering shower early. Otherwise, better chance for rain and a few more embedded storms heading into Friday. And this model giving us some in the morning and then another round heading into the evening. But we're still several days out, so we'll fine tune that part of your Friday forecast as we get a little closer with more high resolution data. But in the meantime, I can tell you, we're going to be close to 90 by Wednesday. So rising through the 80s, finally above average, and not just a smidge. We're talking 10 degrees above average midweek before those seasonal upper 70s return Thursday. Then they kind of stick around for a while. Long range temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center keeping us pretty neutral as we head into the middle part of June. So we rise into the upper 80s Wednesday, falling into the upper 70s Thursday. So even that cool down's not too shabby, and we'll stay in those upper 70s as we head into the upcoming weekend. It'll be a bumpy end to the work week, but we should have some drier conditions building in for your Saturday and Sunday. That's a look at your 7-day forecast.